parents live here in Bluefield. I live in
It is Cigar Saturday Live. It's an early edition, so take a moment, everybody. Like this, share this, make sure everybody knows that Tom Fischer and Matty Rock are early, and we're early with a very special guest. It's Mechelle Merkerson, Cigars with M. How's it going, Mechelle?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good to see you, Matty. Matty, Matty's at Sanja's. I'm in.
Yes, indeed. Cheers, Mechelle. Happy to have you on, sweetie. Yep.
Yes. Cheers to you too.
Sitting here in dirty Jersey at Sanja's.
Yeah, but you don't look that dirty. It's not dirty Jersey when you come around, is it?
I'm probably the reason it's called dirty Jersey. So
okay.
I got to go see what those legal documents, but I'm fairly sure have something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, Mechelle, it's I've read all about what you do. It's so good to have you on. You've been at Cigars with them for just a little while now, haven't you?
Yes. Actually, this month makes 9 months of me doing Cigars with M, so I'm super excited.
Amazing. Well, tell us, just so we can start out. I know you're a connoisseur, an educator, a brand consultant. What is Cigars with M?
So, Cigars with M is a cigar education show where I really focus on educating people about cigars, whether you're a new cigar smoker or a cigar smoker that has been in the game for a little while. I try to make sure that I have a material and episodes really for everybody. It's one of those things like now it's become my baby. And I spend so much time researching and really focusing on trying to get the right information for my episodes, just so people are able to really focus on what I'm saying and they're able to use the information.
Incredible. And again, you interview all types of folks, and you also educate as well. You have a variety of guests that pop on your show.
Yes, so I actually do Cigars with them is primarily cigar education episodes. And then I did a interview series during TPE that was in February. And then I have occasionally sprinkled in some interviews as well, just to give some boutique companies as well as maybe some new people in the industry and some legacy brands as well the floor to be able to have a different kind of audience.
Excellent. How did this whole thing start?
So, oh my gosh, like it's like 9 months ago, it just kind of, it happened. So I've been in the industry since 2018, and I have been, cigar model. I've done events. I've just been in the industry in general, where I've, spent time with seasoned cigar smokers and did a lot of research to get to this point. And then in July of 2022, I actually decided, okay, I'm going to do a show. My circle really was kind of like pushing it, like, hey, you need to do something else. Like, you are giving people cigar education at your events, and that's wonderful, but like the world needs to know you. So I started with my show July of 2022, and I didn't look back. I mean, honestly, it's been sleepless nights, writing scripts, all kinds of things. But I love what I do, and I'm so grateful to be able to have the platform to speak and to have episodes where people are really learning.
That's great. I think cigar education is so important, and it's amazing what you're doing. I'm going to put up your website here in a moment, but I'm seeing we already getting a lot of good people watching here. I think a lot of fans.
That's good.
Whiskey D, I see you. Michael, Matt Merck, George Morosky, I see you, buddy. Hopefully we'll be seeing you real soon.
What up, my monkey?
Yeah.
5 monkeys, one of the 5.
Here's 505 Cigar Review says that they model cigars too, but they get negative likes. I know Mechelle gets the positive one. So
yes, I do get positive one. Hopefully that's the way that it's going to stay.
I've gotten a lot of money to not model, so that's been a mantra.
Oh, that's good.
So I totally understand it.
Start putting that hat out right now. Oh my gosh, she's some really funny people and fun people. Sterling Samral, so many good people jumping on here, and everybody take a moment. like this video, share it. Mechelle, what's
Yeah.
the best way to find you is which place do you want them to point you to? For us to
So
point.
you can find me on Instagram, Moments with Mechelle,
Yeah.
and then I'm also on YouTube, Cigars with M, TikTok, Facebook. I mean, you name it, I'm on it.
I'm
So any of those, Moments with Mechelle or Cigars with M, you should be able to find me on 4 of those platforms.
And again, when you all put in Mechelle, it is spelled M-E. And
Correct.
I'm going to put that up there in just a moment here. What are you smoking on there, Mechelle? Just so we all know what we're. We'll go around the circle here. We'll even ask Sanj. I see. Hey, what's happening,
Yeah,
Sanj?
Sanj, how you doing? Good to see you.
How are you guys?
Good to see you, Sanj. We'll be seeing Sanj next week and Matty in person. It'll be good to see you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're-
Can't wait.
I can't believe it's already the 3rd annual Cigar Barbecue. So
Yeah.
very, very cool. Great charity event. So anybody who's listening out there, you could either ping myself or Tom or Sanj or Ed Randolph. So 3rd year we're doing it. This year the charity is
Right.
for the Michener Foundation. You're going to have all barbecue royalty up there, slinging some of the best barbecue you've ever eaten. So it's over at Ed Randolph's place up at Handsome Devil. You're going to have Peg Leg Porker there. You're going to have the boys from Pig Beach. You're going to have a whole bunch of cigars in your cigar baggie. There's going to be coffee, liquors, spirits, you name it. It's going to be there. Great event. Happy to be part of the 3rd annual event. And, we're already looking forward to the following year. We just want to keep it going, brother.
I hate doing these events, Tom.
You do?
Here
Well,
he
say
just
that again,
hates
Sanj.
it.
What do you say?
I can't get to eat nothing. All I got to eat is freaking macaroni and cheese and maybe some baked potatoes, and all that smell drives me nuts. You know, I'm a vegetarian.
I know. Well, they got a few things, and they got plenty of cigars for you. That's
Well, that's
because-
my thing. I'm going to bring cigars, smoke cigars, drink a lot of water, maybe, macaroni and cheese, but Ed promised me he will make a macaroni and cheese just for me.
He's going to do one. Is it going to have a special spice to it just for you?
Yes.
Look,
So-
I love Sanj, but not gonna lie, that just means more meats for me. So I'm a dick. So I'm okay with that. That means that whatever Ed, Abadou, Shane, Carrie, I'm just save all that meat that would have been for Sanj for me.
It's all right. I'll try some Sanj. If there's something special for you, I'll try a little bite too.
Absolutely. So Noelle promised me she was going to make a cabbage steak for me.
Oh, that
So
sounds good.
I'm not cabbage,
That does
cauliflower.
sound good.
Cauliflower steak sounds good too. That sounds
Yeah,
nice.
so
Yeah.
it's a crunchy. It's almost like, she was explaining. I said, we'll see when I get there.
It sounds good.
I'm
Well,
sorry, I'm used to my vegetables in the form of something fried potato. So, I'm trying to compute it. I'm trying to let it digest with me. It's just not working.
The place to go, bourbonbelong.com/tickets. That takes you to where that. And by the way, I'll share this link if you're anywhere near Newburgh, Hudson Valley. You're going to love being there with us. We're going to have so much fun. More people than have ever been there before. More different personalities. Carrie Bringle there is for the first time. Barbecue Ninja. Of course, Sanj will have you bring in some cigar. Do we know what the cigar collection we're going to get in the bag yet is?
Absolutely. So we're going to do SP Black. We're going to do SP Red. We're going to do Perdomo. And we're going to do the new
Industry killers.
Industry Killer RS88.
Nice.
Sounds like a good amount of cigars.
Brand new.
On the Drew Estate side, we'll be throwing in the Undercrown all decked out, the Undercrown
Right.
10s.
So you will have like 5-6 cigars,
Oh, man, that sounds so good. Hey, everybody, take a moment, like this video, share it, ask some questions to Mechelle down below. Mechelle, what are you smoking there?
So I'm smoking a Maria Lucia by Luciana Cigars. Shout out to Luciana Cigars for sponsoring cigars for this show.
Yeah. And tell us about that cigar. What's it like?
So honestly, I have not had this cigar before. This is my first time trying it, and it's actually really good. To be honest, Luciana Cigars makes the Dreamer, which is one of my top cigars. Actually, my favorite cigar that I've tried this year. But I like how they blend the cigars, and so I really was like, okay, I'm looking for what I'm going to be smoking today, and the package that they sent me I was like, okay, so I want to try another Luciano cigar. So this one is the one that I'm trying, and by far I'm in the first third right now, and it's really good. It's giving me little notes of like cinnamon, and I'm pairing it with Jack Daniel's honey right now. So it's definitely the two of them together is bomb. Like,
I like the Jack. I think it's one of the best flavored whiskeys on the market. That Jack Daniel's honey has so many nice characteristics. The coffee kind of bean it has, the vanillas, the honey. I love it.
yes,
I've always
it's
been.
so good.
It is.
What do we got, Tom? What do you got over there?
I have Acid 20 in hand here, and thanks, Petey. Petey sent me a few for my birthday this past week, so thank you, Petey.
Oh, happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you for sending those to me, Petey. And
We'll bring you balloons.
Yes. I am sending Petey to this place this next week. He's going to be in Louisville. He's going to stop by and see Peerless, one of our favorite places. I'm trying a single barrel from Peerless and just really enjoying it. I have a little Pappy here in case this one, well, not Pappy bourbon, but Pappy cigar in case this one burns out, or not burns out, I run out of it. Smoke it completely. What about you guys? What do you got? You guys have the new Industry Killer? Is that what that is?
This is the new one, RS88.
Wow. Okay, so how new is it?
Gosh, I need to try this. Like,
This is blended by Rula.
okay.
Oh, this is brand new.
Yeah. Just so we putting it out for a while as a samples and stuff. Thursday we had 1,000 bundles. Today we have 60 bundles left.
Wow.
And again,
Selling
it's the
fast.
old price, $7 a stick.
Blended by Rula. What are the tobaccos in here? What does this taste like, gentlemen?
So this is a lot sweeter. It has a lot of like
a sweet cedar.
Yeah, sweet cedar, sugar cane, very, very smooth, but also has a lot of character to it. So it's not completely blend cigar. It's a lot of flavor.
Oh man. So so again, a little sweeter. You went sweeter for the Industry Killer. I understand the latest SP 1014 is a little sweeter too, right?
Yeah, so that's the Charisma. That's the one we're launching next year, which is also blended by Rula.
Okay. Was there something that inspired going a little towards the sweeter side for several of these?
So our portfolio was always to cater to every individual, right? Mm-hmm. So when we went to overseas, a lot of Habano smokers. So our red, SP Red, the one you smoked, Tom, that is very popular in European countries.
It's a great cigar.
It has that, flavor that Habanos they look for. And so black, we give out samples to a lot of people, and they found it a little bit overwhelming for them. So, the Charisma blend is actually cigars were made in 2022 of August. So cigars are already made. So now we're working on packaging and stuff, but we wanted to have cigars on a premium scale, medium, full body. Even our full body is nothing peppery like any other cigar companies, So even if you smoke one cigar a week, anything that we produce, you'll be able to handle it and you smoke it. I mean, you see proof is in the pudding. It's SP 1014s are the #1 posted cigars on social media.
So amazing. You've done so well
with
these.
Good cigar.
So
you do a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Mechelle, when I see you, we'll get some sticks out to you, and Tom will see you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm bringing stuff for you next week anyway. So I figured, we'll hang and smoke, and I'll educate you.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
I see some great. Mechelle, are you going to be there with us next week?
I'm not going to be there. I'm actually going to be out of town, but you guys smoke some cigars for me.
We're going to do
and
it.
I will see you soon.
But you see why we love Tom? Because he does that smooth peer pressure. Like instead of us going, Tom's like, hey, Mechelle, we'll see you right next week. And you're like, damn, Tom is the cool side of the pillow. See, he's not rough like Sanj and I. He's just whoop, did that nice and smooth.
It's all about.
You did a good job, Tom. That was good.
Thank you.
Very smooth, Tom.
About balanced like a good bourbon. Hey, I see John from Virginia says he's really enjoying your dress.
John,
there.
what's up there, buddy?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, a lot of good people popping in here. I see Anthony Veach. I see look, they're telling us what they're smoking too. Sterling Sumrall. Here's what he's smoking. Or is it Sterling? It could be either. So
Yeah, Sterling. Shout out to him
yeah,
and
okay, good. I
Havana
want to
Rays
make
in
sure.
Mobile.
Michelle is awesome, says Agrina Arginia Media. Oh, I'm saying that right. But again, you guys are amazing for commenting. Hey, I do see
Thank
a question.
you.
I think I see a question that had been asked of Michelle. It is up here. Well, now I don't see it. I know we had a question for Michelle. Okay, let's see here. Well, here it is. Here's from Larry Brown. Do you have an elusive cigar that you've been wanting to try? Asks Larry Brown.
So Larry, thank you for your question. Actually there is. So I want to try the Davidoff Royale. I've heard really good things about it, and I am like, I want to try it. So one day I will be able to try that cigar.
That's right.
Which Royale? The Robusto or Salomon?
The Salomon.
Great stick.
So I've heard.
They just released today. One of my favorite cigars. Everyone knows it's Davidoff Millennium Toro. I smoked that cigar 365 days. First cigar in the morning, and then everything
Wow.
else I smoke. Right.
Okay.
But so Millennium just released a couple thousand
Right.
boxes of Lancero, which is one of my favorite sides of all time.
Yes, me too. We are on the same page.
Yeah.
So that one was the newest one was just released today. Is that what you said, Sanj?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Davidoff Millennium.
Hold on, I'm turning you so you guys.
Sanj is one of the store here.
Sanj is one of the half a dozen appointed Davidoff shops in the whole state. So he gets these.
This is the Millennium.
Look at that. Beautiful stick.
It's one of my favorite size. And then this is the.
See, I'm excited. I didn't even know they had a Lancero. So today, you know.
This is the Salomon.
Yes.
Royale Salomon. And then one of my favorite cigar, which I smoke once. So every first Sunday of the month, I treat myself to this cigar because I can't afford to smoke this every day. It's a Davidoff Oro.
Very beautiful.
It's a $550 cigar.
Right.
Very, very old tobacco. And this is also blended by Hilario Diaz, who blends our black.
So, so we can't state that enough for when it comes to why, Sanj just sticks across. Thank you, Sanj. Haha, I just got one of the Lanceros. Thank you, sir. So that's what makes the magic of what, the accumulation of 30 years has done with Sanj. So think about it. You have Hilario Diaz, you have Chico Rivas, you have Sanj, you have Rolla. So you have all these people who, if you talk about the total amount of years blended, it sounds silly, but you do your math, almost 200 years.
Yeah.
And, put the numbers, just 4 people, almost 200 years of blending knowledge that go into this. And of course, each blender very much has their own specific palate. They very much have their own style. So when you're talking about hitting all the different 4 corners and making sure that you have an offering for everybody's palate, I mean, this is it. Because I can promise you what I'm smoking now isn't an SP10 black. It's not an SP10 red. Entirely different profile. Like I said, this has that natural sweetness, that sweet cedary.
All our cigars burn like that, every single one.
Yep.
And the most difficult thing for us is to maintain the prices that we had 30 years ago. So SP 1014 red, 1992 was $8, $8.59. Today is the same price. And black was $9, $10, $11, $12. Today it's the same price. And this industry killer was $6, $7, $6, sorry. And today is $6. And the RS88, which used to be called Industry Killer Deluxe, but we changed the name to RX88, has a very special meaning to it. So we decided, but where you find $7 cigar, not just one, every single one. So, no give in the tobacco, nothing. Cigars are firm. everything. So our main goal is to quality and construction is my number one goal. I control quality and construction. I cannot control people's palate. So what's good for me may not be good for somebody else. But the quality and construction is 1,000%.
Right, right. And
That's our goal.
and again, you've had people that have smoked these that have said they swear it's $50 cigar. I mean, this is what
Yes,
we're
yes.
about.
Red, black. Also, anything made by Eladio Diaz since
Right.
1980 to now, September 2021, he retired from Davidoff. So there is nothing, for less than $25, especially now since he's on his own. We were the first one to collaborate with him because of my relation of 20, 25 plus years relation with Eladio. Then there is few other companies, and the other few companies that they're making, their MSRP start from $30 and up. And we managed to maintain the 1992 pricing.
That's what
And
you've done.
our cigar is one of the three, SP Black is one of the three cigars are made with 7 tobacco. So the Davidoff Oro, I just showed you, which is $550, is blended by 7 tobacco. Fuente has one, I think it's like $165 per cigar if you could get it. And our cigars are $9, $10, $11, and $12.
Amazing.
So that's the hottest part for us. So, this is, again, just like our boxer says, the whole project is love and passion. It's nothing to do with money.
That's what it's about. I would imagine that
and our cigars only available right now to 40 shops in U.S. Eventually, we're going to bring it up to 50, and that's it. No more than 50 shops.
In this day and age, especially now, right here in this day, there's very few things that would be the very same price they were in 1992. I would imagine it would be hard to mention anything that's the same price.
It's not true. Pictures of me are still a nickel, Tom.
Well, I mean, there's a few things, and if you can think of anything else, tell us down below. But I mean, I'm hearing that he could Sanj for doing this, for keeping the same prices in 1992 as you have today. This could put him as Time's Person of the Year. I mean, it really could. Nobody else has done this.
I mean, we've already started on the editorial, Tom. I'm just
I was thinking, we really have to frame this, by the way. Now we have to frame this.
And Mechelle, we'll make sure you get a couple sticks so you could join the party.
Thank you.
And see why everybody's going nuts over it.
Yeah, so this SP14, we actually have that at my shop here at Black Iris. So shout out to Black Iris because I tried the SP14 and I loved it. So yes, definitely.
You go to Black Irish?
Yes, I'm a member.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, a few questions coming in. Kenneth asking if these cigars, the SPs, are available online, and are we able to name the retailers? Anthony's asking those two questions.
Yeah, so you could get them. So we don't sell anything online. So we have retail partners that have pages. So one is called ShouldISmokeThis.com, and one is SirLouisCigars.com and LuxuryCigars.com.
Right. A lot of great questions, you all. So much great interaction tonight. Again, so many good people. Keep on those conversations. They're even telling us some of their ultimate cigars down below. Anthony, here's Anthony's Hoya de Monterey Double Corona, my ultimate smoke. Keep on telling us yours and visit Moments with Mechelle. Okay, so with regard to cigar education, Mechelle, when you're educating people, when you're talking to them about cigars, what do you think some things are that maybe are just good to note when you have an audience, great audience listening to educate them on? Please, enlighten us, tell us, maybe there's some things we can all do better.
Yeah, so I honestly, me personally, I always try to give things from my perspective. There's so many people out there that teach cigar education. There's so many books, magazines, all kinds of things as well. So I think it's definitely, for me, one of the things that I would say is I notice a lot of times people will light their cigar very close with the flame. So what I would suggest is that pull your torch a little back so that you're able to light your cigar evenly and kind of move in a circular motion. just so that you're not burning the cigar too hot. That's probably my most, I guess, most seen. Like I see that so much in the cigar shop, and really try to help people when I see that. Another thing I would suggest is that when you're looking at cigars in the humidor, take the time to kind of do a little research to figure out which cigars are in there. So if you see something that you've never seen before, look it up. Really, ask the tobacconist there so that you're able to really get an understanding about the cigar and try new things. Don't always stick to the same ones that you have been smoking for years. There's some really great boutique cigars. There's really great legacy brands as well. So try to make sure that you're opening your palate and not just sticking to the main major brands that you see.
Good stuff. No, that's helpful. These are good reminders.
Yeah.
On all accounts, these are really good. Did I ask you what you were pairing with your cigar? I might have, Michelle. Tell us again.
Yes. So I'm pairing a Jack Daniel's honey with my
Jack Daniels.
cigar. Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love the and you know what, that makes a really good cocktail too. I think you can really use that in some nice bourbon
Yes.
cocktails, some Manhattans, old fashions. When they released that, I think it was about 11 years ago or so. It was one of those first when Red Stag, a lot of those others were coming out, and I think they really upped the game. And Jack Daniels has now just released a couple of older expressions, a 10 and 12-year-old I've seen recently too.
Okay.
So they're doing more and more to show, I think, some real innovation. Okay, another question. Everybody can answer this one. We can put it to Michelle first. First cigar that you ever smoked?
So there's a funny story with that. And I'll be brief. My very first cigar was the Tatiana Groovy Blue.
Yeah.
And I actually asked my dad when I was 23 on my 23rd birthday. I told my dad I want to smoke cigars. I really want to learn. And he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, Daddy, I'm sure. I really want to learn how to smoke cigars." And he was explaining about it being an expensive habit. And so we went to a local cigar shop in Mobile, where I lived at the time, and we walked around the humidor and we settled on the Tatiana Groovy Blue. And from that moment on, I never looked back. I actually, fun fact, have my picture of my very first cigar that I smoked as well.
You have a picture of it.
Yes, I actually do. I have to send it to you offline so that you can see it.
So Tom, being from dirty Jersey, the first, first that I'll say that there's two firsts that I had. So the first cigar that was ever smoked will not disclose my age on it, but because of classy, dirty Jersey guy, was a Billy Blunt,
right.
because that's what everyone did. But then when I wanted to up my game, true story, the first time I went to Canada, I was a kid, because you could drink and smoke at 18, so that's the place to go. And we all decided we were going to go up there, be really bougie and everything, and smoke Cuban cigars and everything, and drove up there, had a great time. And it was that moment I found out how much a Cuban cigar actually cost. So my first, in quotation, real cigar was a Robert Burns in a tube, because the tube to me looked very bougie.
Wow.
So, that was it. And then the second one after that was a Bearing in the tube. So, I wanted, So I wanted to show my bouginess and class. But we're going back to probably before Michelle was born. I'm like, no, this is the
bougie. I don't even know either one of those cigars.
Yeah. And I would go to Sanj. What was the first one for Sanj? I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit better with my first story.
No, not at all. My first cigar was Tiamo Palma Deluxe, which was it's a very small cigar, but it's at the same time, I think it was one of the strongest cigar at the time. It was a Mexican tobacco. And I remember being at my uncle's cigar shop, and one day I said, I'm going to take a cigar and smoke it. And I played tennis for my school. So I took a couple cigars, went out after practice. We were all hanging out on the bleachers and smoked that Tiamo. That was the worst day of my life. I threw up all over. I was dizzy for nausea for 2 days. And then top of that, I came home and I got beating from my uncle. And then he said, if you want to learn how to smoke, let me teach you. And that was, rest is history. And so Tiamo was my first cigar.
You could hear Morgan Freeman in the background going, and with all of his skill,
Yeah.
that's why Sanj never won any U.S. Open tournaments.
And this led you into a real interest and road of cigars too, then, right, Sanj?
Well, my family had a cigar business, and
Right.
here in India. So I mean, and then I had a near-death car accident. So on paper, I'm disabled. So I said, what am I gonna do? So we started manufacturing cigars in 1992, and then I had bought this building on my 19th birthday. And the guy, it was a small office called Essex Doors and Window. And guy one day just wakes up, Dennis, and he said, hey, I'm not doing anything. So I'm like, I could have rented at the time. So I said, you know what? I knew enough about cigars. Let me open up. So 1992, we opened up a cigar shop. And then 1997, we converted into all boutique stuff. So, since then we continued.
Incredible stuff. So there used to be, for me in this region in the tri-state, there was a place actually in our local mall that sold both coffee and cigars called Briar and Bean.
Yeah.
Great place. I mean, you could smoke in the cigar shop in the mall back in the 90s. You'd walk down the mall, around the corner from the record store, and you could smell it. And so my first ones were with a good friend of mine named Chris, who may actually be watching. We would go in there when he would be in town, and we would buy like a handful and smoke them. And we were actually, that was when you could get them when you were 18. So we were only pairing them with like Royal Crown Cola. And I think a few of the first ones I did, I know Macanudo, the cafe one was one of the first.
Yes.
And I know we would spring for some of the expensive Davidoffs. And back then, I believe, and you may know this, Sanj, one of the expensive ones we used to get was, I think it was called a Davidoff La Romana. I don't know if they still make that.
Yes.
Was that one discontinued, I think?
Yes.
So that was really a nice one. So those were a couple of the first. Some of the,
Look at how bougie you were, Tom.
Oh, no. I just let me buy a few and smoke them all in one night. So that's back when you can get them when you were 18 again. Rules were a little different then. And
yeah, they're much different now.
Cola was a good pairing. Again, thank you. And I see a few people telling their stories down below. You guys are such a great group. I actually see somebody saying hello to their nephew and their uncle, Matt, Marcus, Marianne Young. I'm learning so much, Mechelle. Any more modeling in your future? Marianne Young is asking.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking to be on some magazines this year.
Actually, where would you like to be? That way we can put it out there and
it'll
happen.
So I have them at my coffee table, so I'm manifesting them for sure.
Right.
So I want to be on Cigars and Spirits, Tobacco Business, Cigar Aficionado. Those are my top. I also want to be on Cigar Snob as well. So if you guys are listening, I'm definitely interested.
I gotta say, Tom, I'm mildly upset. I'm mildly upset that no one asked about me, you, or Sanj's modeling career. Wow, weekend ruined.
We could be in the background. We could somehow be in the background of the shot, just blurred out smoking. That's what we could do.
Yeah, we would be a great team.
I think so. I think that would really work.
I guess I could play a fine tree or shrubbery.
Hey, look, Will's watching as well. So many good people. You guys are so amazing. I tell you, this early show, we're getting so many great people. And Will is saying that Sanj's modeling career died when he was born. So we have some real nice comments coming in here. But again, don't forget, Sanj will be Time Magazine Person of the Year for 1992 prices. I believe it. He'll make it
thought
happen.
that Sanj and I expressly told you that Will was banned from the show, Tom Sanj.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we don't allow no fat bastards in our show. Get on diet, you government cheese-eating motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
I love you, Will. I don't know where to kiss you, on your cheek or on your tummy, fat bastard.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are great. So many good people logging in tonight. All right, so cigar trends, Mechelle. I mean, you follow a lot of trends. You you're watching. You smoke what you like, but anything you want to predict as far as trends? Anything you hope to see going forward as we go further into this year or the future that you hope to see more in the world of cigars?
So I definitely am looking to have more boutique brands be kind of in the forefront.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of great boutique brands that don't get as much play or recognition for the quality of tobacco that they have. So I'm looking forward to the industry really kind of pushing forth the boutique brands, whether it's magazines or articles in the blogs, just really like pushing them forward because I feel like there's a place for them and making sure that they're not just this is a great cigar. You can get it from, this website or this particular shop. Actually, like giving them that recognition that they deserve as well, because they have some amazing blenders that have been in the industry forever that are blending these boutique cigars. So, for me, it's like, okay, if you retired from a really big company and now you're blending cigars for, these smaller brands, like why is it that before when you were blending for that bigger company that there the recognition of the cigar was happening, but for this boutique brand, it's not as much.
excellent. No, I think that'll be amazing to see those small brands popping up. I mean, it's one of those. Well, it's a trend and it's a reality we've seen in whiskey and so many other products that follow cigars. I think we'll see more of that, more and more craft, unique small ones, more one-offs. Matty, Sanj, same question. Anybody want to chime in here? Please go ahead.
For trends, I think that with all the current education stuff that we're doing now, all the different shows that Sanj is on and everything else, I think the more people become educated and they learn to understand that just a brand name doesn't necessarily mean anything, just like in your industry. It's got to be about what's really under the hood, right? You can have the best advertising
Right.
campaign on the planet, and all that money is going into it, and you're smoking, a $22 or $23 cigar that really has no substance behind it. It's one dimensional. When you're able to do stuff like this, really get into the meat and potatoes of the business, how it's done. You see people doing projects the way Sanj does. It's all passion and everything else. You're going to really learn about the industry, how it works a little bit under, in the belly of the beast. And you're going to really think more on your own instead of seeing a brand. And look, let's be for real. That's part of marketing. Strong marketing and strong advertising get you to buy a product. And many times people have bought products because it's gotten a lot of hype or great advertising. But, stuff that we're doing and Sanj and you, Tom, and Mechelle that are doing are teaching people, hey, it's also your responsibility as the consumer to start listening, educate yourself, go look underneath the hood and see what's really out there. Don't let somebody else tell you what you like or what you enjoy
Agreed.
smoking. You have to decide what your flavor profile is, what you enjoy, and you should be picking up as much education as you can, because the most powerful consumer is an educated consumer, right?
That's right.
Correct.
Education so important. I agree on the small craft brands, boutique brands. I think we'll see more of those. And I've loved what we've seen with pairing suggestions and trends like the blackened, like some of the others that have the hint of bourbon barrel and other spirits that are really important to telling that story. So I hope we see more along that trend. All right. So again, Instagram Moments with Mechelle. When you go there is a link tree which will point you towards all of Michelle's social media. You got to follow her on YouTube, follow her everywhere. Is it a weekly show? When's your next show going to be? When can we watch for it, Mechelle?
Yeah, so I have my Cigars with M episodes every Monday. And then I also do Cigar of the Week every Friday. So be on the lookout for that.
Cigar of the Week every Friday. What was and I don't know if I know, what was this past week's?
So I did the Lost City, Fuente Opus X Lost City. So if you haven't seen that video, I would definitely recommend that you go look at it.
Amazing stuff. And so you can find her there. And any places, any events you're going to be going to that are related to cigars that you're really looking forward to coming up?
So I have some other guest appearances that I'll be doing in this month and next month. Looking to go to PCA in July. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing as well. And then TPE next year. And so that's kind of the major ones that I have so far. And any other ones that people are inviting me to as well, I definitely want to make it a point to come to those as well.
Incredible stuff. So many great things you have coming up, Mechelle, and hopefully you'll.
Yep, and it's fun to, like I said, we talked about it after having some rough COVID years. It's great for all of us to be back on the road again. That's also a reminder.
Right.
It's a reminder for all of us out there that that Tom is also back out on the road doing tastings and pairings as well too. So I'm back out on the road. So anybody out there is looking to do pairings, tastings, or shows, Sanj and I are working on a show, on a party here. So that's going to be information coming up soon. So we'll have a bash outside. Obviously, those of you who tune in regularly have seen the outside itself holds a couple hundred people. So there'll be lots of food, lots of cigars, lots of fun. Tom, I'll be seeing you next week.
That's right.
Then after
hey,
that,
we should
have a
do
couple
a
of
pairing
little
together.
Events. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, because I do pairings too. So we should all get together to do a pairing. Like sometime this year and next year, we need to make it happen.
Love that.
Well, we're already crashing your show. As soon as you said you have shows on Mondays and Fridays, Sanj said we're crashing that stuff, Mechelle.
That's right.
Oh yes, you need to.
That's going to be crashing. I will see you at PCA. I will be working with my my brothers and sisters from Cigars for Warriors. So I will see you out in Vegas.
Okay.
And then remember, to my DE boys and girls, the Barn Smokers will be announced soon. So we will tell you what's on the docket and scheduled there. Got a couple other events.
I want to go.
Absolutely.
Right.
You can't miss it. We're opening up other so a thing that we've done this year that's been very important too is to open up smaller experiential events with about 100 people. I've already done a couple of those where it's anywhere. Either you get some food pairings from my brothers and sisters in the biz, some of our liquor dealers, and cigar pairings. So keep an eye out on that. I'll be posting more and more. Anybody's looking to put something like that together, reach out to us and let us know. We'll put that together to you, and we'll lay the groundwork for that. But it's good to be back out there. Good to be around people again, doing what we love.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so many good things coming up. I'm going to put it up there one more time in case you are anywhere in near or in upstate New York. bourbonblog.com/tickets. Best barbecue in the world. Best whiskey. I'm bringing Peerless, and I do have my lineup now. Courage and Conviction from Virginia, Peerless, Kings County from New York, and we'll also have some wonderful brandy from Louisville, Kentucky. It's a very bourbon-friendly brandy called Copper and Kings from Louisville. That's what I'll be pouring. You've already heard the cigars Sanj and Matty told you about. So much good barbecue, and there's even going to be some sort of recreation of a cigar. Is it a smoked ice cream? I think Ed's doing. Is that right? He told us.
Wow.
I think that was our boy George.
George is doing that. Yeah.
He's actually going to do that out at Pig Beach.
Pig Beach.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
That's what's happening. That's where you get your tickets. And again, just so that everybody knows, the places to follow Mechelle. Instagram, that's the best place to go for the link tree. Follow Mechelle there. See her show. And then so many good people. I see a lot of new friends that I think, some of them are just new friends in general, but friends of Mechelle. Thanks for watching us every Saturday at youtube.com/bourbonblog. If you're not already subscribe. Matty, I think we'll probably go live next week, won't we? About a week from now from Handsome Devil with an episode, won't we?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So
Sanj
and the rest of the crew, we will be going live. So you'll get to eyeball some of the festivities that's going on there. And if you're not going, you're going to get to see the stuff that you missed. And hey, more barbecue for me.
That's right. Barbecue for us. We might save them a little bit. If they're getting there a little late, there might be some left. There's always plenty of barbecue. So no matter what, it's raising funds for some great causes. Hey, Sanj, tell us about the cause that you help. I know you help out with one of the causes. You want to talk about that cause?
Next Saturday?
The one of the causes is one of the ones that you help out with, I think.
Yep, Sanj's charity for next Saturday.
So I hate to talk about stuff like that, Tom. You know that.
That's
So
okay.
what we do here.
Yeah.
So about a few years ago, actually 6 years ago,
Yeah.
I was in India, and it came to my attention there are a lot of poor people. I mean, look, the poverty there versus poverty here, it's middle class living. If American tells you they're poor, that's a middle class living in rest of the world, right? So there's a lot of like laborers that work on our property when we do construction and stuff. We build. So their children, they just run around, walk around, and they have nothing to do. So what I did, I got a bunch of people, retired school teachers and stuff, and said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these less fortunate kids. We give them a meal, breakfast, lunch, and we give them an education." So he actually started with like 9 kids. Today we have 9,000 kids. So what we do, we provide
That's
everything. Like
wonderful.
we pay for it, all the food and everything, clothing and
Right.
everything. But the schooling that they have right now, it could be just anywhere. Wherever kids get together, it's on a sidewalk, and they just set up they have this uh, uh, the tents that you carry on. They carry tents with them, and they just set up, and they in the shade. So what we decide to do now is I have a lot of family members in Indian politics, and a lot of them are politicians, high-ranking politicians. So I spoke to them, and they have a lot of centralized government land. So we got the land. Now we want to build a solid structure so where kids could actually go into a building, and it's a classroom for them. So that's where some of the money is going for that charity.
Amazing. Amazing.
So
We'll put all those
I
up.
So
maintain that
great.
all year round, but this is the first time. And it's like, look, you do a lot of stuff for us. We want to do something for that, and that's where we're at. So some of the money is going to go to that charity, which
That's wonderful.
it's because of the dollar transfer ratio, it's $1 equals 74 rupees.
Wow.
So 74 rupees pays for literally 4 meals for 4 kids
Mm.
because the food is so inexpensive there.
That's right.
So whatever it is, it goes very far. So our annual expenses there just for the food is about $10,000, and that feeds all these people all year round. So we don't buy ready-made anything. So now everything's volunteer-based. There are chefs who retired from the restaurant. They'll come cook. There are people volunteering. They'll go buy the raw goods, fruits, vegetables, whatever needed. And then every single person who's involved in this, from the guy sweeping the floor to guy managing everything, no one is on a payroll. We don't take a single penny.
Right.
So, that's our goal.
That's so important. So many great causes next week for the Handsome Devil charity bourbon cigar barbecue. It's barbecue, it's cigars, it's bourbon. For the charity that San just told you about, also the Jeff Michner Foundation and Illuminated helping out Newburgh, New York. So many great causes, and we'll be excited to broadcast live from there next week and hopefully see. I know many of you that are watching. I see so many great people. Charlena, Paul, Marcus.
Everybody's great except that fat bastard Phil.
I know.
Oh
I know.
Shit.
There's
my
always
goodness.
that to be one.
Yep,
Mechelle,
and also remember, there's going to be a lot of great raffles and prizes too.
That's right, a lot of great raffles.
So
Yeah.
every year, all of our friends are putting in, and Sanj is putting in, and Drew Estate is putting in, and our friends at Bump Box are putting in. So the ability to win a lot of great prizes for charity will also be on there with the auction. So, like I said, there's really going to be something for everyone there. It's truly a great time, truly an honor that we're part of it. We're happy and we're proud to be doing it. And like I said, these folks are definitely family.
Yeah, it'll be so good to see all of you and come together for some great causes.
So here, I'm going to show you guys, if you can see.
Yeah, let's see it.
Some of the pictures. So this is our charity where kids get together. We feed all the kids. This is a school. We teach them. See? So this is all volunteer based. So most of these kids, they don't even know what hot meal is.
Right. No, it's trying to get everybody back up there. It's really amazing. And this is again is called the Social Responsibility Foundation, right? So
Yes.
and we will include all those links up for you on that link that you went to bourbonblog.com/tickets. Again, just
This is our logo.
Very nice. Very nice.
So why not?
Excellent. Well, this is amazing. Mechelle, I can't wait to have a cigar with you, hopefully very, very soon.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us. And everybody, I know that you're going and checking out Michelle's Instagram. There it is. And I know a couple people asked, so I'm going to just put that link up. This charity Sanj mentioned is gcsrf.org, right, Sanj? That's the
Yes.
that's the one you go to learn about what they do. Help us continue to spread that word. Like this video, share this video, and share all the links that we have given you herein, and watch for us live next week from Newburgh, New York. Probably will be happening. What time's the event end, Matty? Is it about 4 or 5? Is that when it ends?
I think it ends about 4-ish. Remember, anybody who attends the party will also get an after party bracelet to go to the after party that's at 7, which gives me 3 solid hours to eat any leftover barbecue. So I'm pretty okay with that. So remember,
you'll be in the kitchen just going through finding what there's left over, right?
Absolutely, unequivocally. That's what I do.
That's right. There'll be plenty left. Mechelle, thanks for joining us. It's so much fun chatting.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Much love.
Thanks.
We will crash one of your shows soon, Mechelle. You just tell us when you'd like us to be on, and
yeah,
you and I will be having a cigar together in Vegas then.
Yes, very soon.
Thank you, love. Cheers.
Thanks everybody for watching. Mechelle, Matty, Sanj, everyone. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Much love, ladies and gents.
Much love,
See you soon.
everybody. Cheers.